Pilipinas.
Manila Broadcasting Company.
DZRH, a proud member of MBC Media Group.
Magandang hapon Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao. Ang ating oras 11 minutos makalipas po ang alas 5 ng hapon.
Ang paglilitis. VP Sara Duterte Impeachment Trial at DZRH Special.
If I get impeached, then that is my end.
Tuloy-tuloy pa rin po ang ating special coverage dito po sa DZRH at DZRH News at Television. Nakatuwang po ang ating mga online platforms sa the impeachment trial of Vice President Sara Duterte. Ako muna pong inyong makakasama, ang inyong lingkod, Miss O, Miss Karen Oyong. At bago po natin balikan ang nangyayaring impeachment trial po live sa Senado, pakilala rin po natin muna ang ating panauhin, ang ating eksperto na magbibigay linaw din po sa atin tungkol po sa nagaganap po na impeachment trial. Nasa linya na po natin, joining us via Zoom, ang National President ng Integrated Bar of the Philippines. Siya po ay former Associate Public Attorney at Public Attorney's Office sa PAO, former Associate Graft Investigation Office of the Ombudsman, and former Head of the Legal Office of PhilHealth Region 10. Joining us, magandang hapon po, and we are very honored, Attorney Alan Panolong. Attorney Alan, magandang hapon po.
Magandang hapon po, Ma'am Ono, at sa ating mga taga-subaybay sa ating programang ngayong hapon. Magandang umaga po. Hapon po sa inyo lahat.
Yes, oo. Morning pa rin po ang inyong pakiramdam kasi ang napaka-exciting na po at medyo ito na po, we are going into the meat of things sa impeachment trial. So bago po tayo bumalik sa Senado na nagaganap po ngayon at mukhang ito na nga po, nasa first witness pa lang po tayo, ang NBI agent na prinisenta po ng prosecution. Ano po overall ang inyo po munang masasabi, inyo pong assessment sa second day po ng impeachment trial laban po kay Vice President Sara Duterte? Attorney Alan Panolong, sir.
Una sa lahat po, maganda at nakapagsimula na ang prosecution na magpresenta ng kanilang witness. No? Nakita po natin ang kanilang performance ngayong araw, lalo na yung prosecution, yung private prosecutor who presented yung NBA agent who conducted the investigation. Ngayon, yung ating pong defense side, no, yung defense attorneys are really aggressive on propounding objections to every question, practically every question being asked by the prosecutor, yung private prosecutor. Yun nga lang po, ang observation ko is, minsan may mga tanong na tingin ko, no, hindi naman po talaga tayo kagalingan as a trial lawyer, but tingin ko hindi na necessary na itanong tingin ko hindi necessary na i-object kasi ito pong unang article na ine-present ng ating ng prosecution is actually based on an evidence which were actually shown to everyone, no, halos lahat nakakita, no. So very essential yung authentication nung pag-extract ng video recording na yun. And of course, we understand the position of the defense na talaga they have to question every angle of the direct examination. Alam niyo po, Ma'am, sa trial lawyering po, no, isa po sa mahirap na parte yung direct examination kasi pwede pong magkaroon ng maraming objections, no? Yung mga sinasabi natin kaninang leading questions, ibig sabihin, yung tanong minsan, yung sagot nakasupply na. So, merong mga tanong kanina, no, na apparently the answer was already in the question. So, kaya ino-object po ng defense for being leading. Because, una-muna, yung witness is nahuhulaan niya kagad kung anong magiging sagot niya. And of course, kanina rin nabanggit din yung misleading question, no? Yung, assuming a fact to be true before it was proven. So, among other things. So, overall po, tingin ko ang sa akin lamang at sa akin lang pananaw is that medyo limitahan yung pag-raise ng mga objections because not if you notice, there were so many objections being overruled by the presiding officer. And I would like to appreciate our presiding officer, no, si Cheese Cuderza, na sobrang bait niya, no? Kasi kahit na talagang makikita mo sa kanya na mukhang medyo hindi na niya nagugustuhan yung kan, but he maintained his composure. And another thing is that yung mga questions from senator judges also, no? May mga questions from senator judges na supposedly it should be asked at the end of the trial. So, with respect to whether the act being presented is actually an impeachable offense, I tingin ko hindi pa siguro tamang itanong yun. It's more on questioning the admissibility of the evidence, for instance, or paano ba yung kinuha yung ebidensya, paano na-authenticate since it is a digital record. Yun po, Ms.
Thank you, Attorney Alan Panolong. That is a very good observation, coming from, of course, a lawyer din po, na nagpa-practice niyan. And naiintindihan nyo rin po on a higher level, compared sa mga ordinaryo, mga layman katulad namin, na ito pala yung inyong appreciation dun sa nangyayari. Pero it's the second day pa lang, Attorney Alan, and first witness pa lang ito, no? So, sige, balikan natin, Attorney, ang nangyayari sa Senado, and then tayo po ay mag-obserba, and then kung meron po tayong mga magagandang punto ay i-discuss po natin yan. Pero bago po natin balikan, syempre kailangan po muna nating mag-break, commercial break po muna tayo, and then we will be right back. Ang ating oras sa 18 minuto sa makalipas ang 5:00 ng hapon.
Babalik ang paglilitis. VP Sara Duterte Impeachment Trial at DZRH Special Coverage.
If I get impeached, then that is my end.
Ito po ang special coverage ng DZRH, the impeachment trial of Vice President Sara Duterte. Kayo po ay nanonood at nakikinig live sa ating DZRH Radio sa 666 kHz, sa DZRH News Television at sa ating mga online platforms, DZRH Facebook page at sa ating YouTube channel. At ngayon balikan po natin ang mga kaganapan live mula naman po sa Senado kung saan nagaganap ang impeachment trial ni Vice President Sara Duterte.
2024 online press conference, and he also confirmed that he heard the Vice President utter the statement, quote and quote. May I refer to the notes for the exact statement?
Your Honor, the witness may do so.
He confirmed the statement. He heard the statement of the Vice President. He heard the statement, quote, "Yes, huwag kang mag-alala, ma'am, sa security ko kasi may kinausap na ako na tao. Sinabi ko
Your
sa
Honor,
kanya."
May I object? This is hearsay.
Oh.
Objection is sustained. Counsel, clearly you're trying to use this witness to present an affidavit of another person who has already passed.
If I may, Your Honor, please.
Counsel may respond.
Your Honor, please. That's an affidavit of Dzrh Reyes. Your Honor, please. The question was what happened during his interview with that person, and he has just answered the question by saying that Dzrh Reyes confirmed that he was there and that he heard the Vice President uttering the statement, Your Honor, please. Does that hearsay, Your Honor, please? And be that as it may, Your Honor, please, we invoke a doctrine that we call an independently relevant statements. The defense is reacting. I don't know why. Your Honor, please, IRS would allow this witness to testify as to what the other person told him as to that fact, the making of the statements, as to whether or not what the person said is true or not. That is not material at this point, Your Honor, please.
Let the court clarify then. As to tenor, the court will allow it. As to the fact, as to the supposed fact that the witness told this what's his name, Dempsey Reyes, made those utterances to the witness, but not as to the truth
Yes.
of what Dempsey Kaiden Reyes said. As to subject to that clarification, court will allow it.
Thank you
Counsel,
so,
proceed.
thank you so much, Your Honor, please. What about this Bonds Magsambol? Ano ba yung nangyari sa interview with him, kung meron man?
Bonds Magsambol also confirmed that he was present.
Objection, Your Honor. Same objection.
And same ruling, I suppose.
Let the witness first answer and the court will make a ruling because he might have a different answer. Because counsel, note, the affidavit of the witness appended the affidavit of this Bonds guy, but did not do so with the affidavit of Dempsey. So, court will listen, presiding officer will listen to the witness before ruling on the matter, and may have the same ruling unless he gives a different answer. Please, witness, Mr. Answer. Please, Mr. Witness, kindly answer.
Thank you, Your Honor. Bonds Magsambol also confirmed that he was present on the November 23, 2024 online press conference held by the Office of the Vice President. And he also confirmed that he heard the utterance of the Vice President making the statement.
Same ruling, only as to tenor. The court will admit it, not as to the truth that indeed what Bonds said is true, but only as to the fact that he told the witness those statements in the Q&A that they had.
If I may.
What is the pleasure of Senator Judge Rafi Tulfo?
Mr. Presiding Officer, I just have some clarificatory questions for
The gentleman
the
may proceed and he has 2 minutes.
expert witness. Sabi mo meron kang 2 weeks lecture experience as a digital evidence expert. Is that right? 2 weeks?
2 weeks training.
Wala ka naman iba pang training?
I have a
Seminars?
training on different digital forensic aspect.
Dito sa abroad meron?
Meron po, pero yung specific sa photo and video authentication, yun po yung 2 weeks.
So all in all total you have 2 years experience plus 2 weeks lecture lang pagdating sa authentication ng forensic evidence?
For the photo and video, sir.
For the photo and video, which ito yung pinag-usapan natin ngayon.
Yes po.
Now, my question to you, in your testimony, Mr. Witness, you did mention that you personally investigated the alleged inciting to sedition by the VP Sara Duterte video, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, in doing so, in the course of your investigation, did you look at the comments section? If you did, ano yung mga reactions doon? Ano yung mga statements doon sa comment sections ng mga nag-view ng videos?
There are comments that they agreed to the statement of the Vice President, but it was not documented, sir.
That's all, Mr. Presiding Officer. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Judge Tulfo. Counsel, you may proceed.
Thank you so much, Your Honor. Mr. Witness, let's proceed. What proof, if any, do you have that Dempsey Reyes confirmed that he heard the Vice President utter those words?
I have the signed minutes of interview with Dempsey Reyes and an affidavit that I executed attesting to the interview, sir.
All right. Now, what about this Bonds Magsambol? What proof, if any, do you have that he confirmed that he heard the Vice President utter those words?
I have the minutes of interview with Bonds Magsambol, sir, that he was signed. And I also have the affidavit that attesting that I interviewed Bonds Magsambol, sir.
So far, Mr. Witness, you mentioned 1 minutes and affidavits. Now, kung yung mga dokumentong ito ipapakita sa'yo, do you think you'll be able to identify the same?
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm now showing you a document entitled Side Minutes that is previously marked as Exhibit P Roman numeral 4-20 and series. Please peruse that document.
May the defense be allowed also to peruse, Your Honor.
The defense may, the counsel for respondent may look at the document.
Honor, for the record, the documents marked as Exhibit P-4-20 to P-4-20E are photocopies, and Exhibit P-4-20D is unreadable, as well as P-4-20E, Your Honor.
Which one is unreadable, Counsel?
P-4-20D and P-4-20E.
20D?
D for dog, Your Honor. D and E. Delta Echo.
What does P-4-20D seek to show, Counsel for the prosecution?
If I may peruse the document, Your Honor, please. Stephen, I need to see the document. I need to see the document. And let's get the...
Because indeed, the presiding officer confirms that it is, I cannot decipher what it seeks to show. Unless the photocopy of a photocopy is what I have.
Your Honor, please, so may we be given 2 minutes to secure the other copies of that document.
Your Honor,
And P-4- Roman numeral 4-20E.
yes, Your Honor. Your Honor,
This is the one with the blurred face of the Vice President,
Yes, Your Honor.
supposedly on a computer.
Your Honor, may we object on the 2 minutes, because this is the document they are already having him identify. Or do they mean to correct that mistake?
Counsel, do not waste the court's time in regard to
Yeah,
this.
Your Honor, if I may,
Yes, counsel for the
we
prosecution.
abide by the copies as they are. We abide by the copies as they are, Your Honor, please.
So let's see, Mr.
Yes.
Witness, what do you see in front of you? Insofar as P-4-20D and E is concerned.
Hindi. Same. Same. Hindi yung blurry.
So parehong malabo yung kopya natin. Yan at yung kopya ko din. Mr. Witness, if you don't see anything, it's okay.
I can only confirm the signed minutes, but the annexes, there are some unreadable, Your Honor.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the signed minutes, I confirm, sir, that this is
The what?
a copy of the minutes.
Your Honor,
This is
for,
the copy of
The
the
minutes, but not the attachment, because clearly the attachment P-4-20D and -E are both
Yes, Your Honor.
unclear. Would that be correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So only as to the supposed affidavit and not to the two attachments. You
Yes, Your
cannot
Honor.
identify them. Noted.
Thank you so much. Now, on page 4 of the signed minutes, Mr. Witness, there appears a signature above the name Dempsey Saiden Reyes. Whose signature is that, if you know?
It is the signature of Dempsey Reyes, sir.
And how do you know that that is his signature?
I saw him sign the document after our interview, sir.
Now, on page 4 of the signed minutes, may pirma din sa ibabaw ng pangalan ng isang Attorney Dzrh Lorenza A. Cuon. Kaninong signature ito kung alam mo?
Signature of Attorney Coon po, who is the counsel of Dempsey Reyes and present during the interview, sir.
And how do you know that that is signature?
I saw him sign the document after the interview, sir.
Now, sa page 4 ng side minutes, let's go to page 4, Mr. Witness. Makikita mo dyan yung signature sa ibabaw ng pangalang Agent John Marcalidong. Whose signature is that, if you know?
This is my signature, sir.
Okay, now, let's, you also mentioned ng affidavit. No? Kung yung affidavit na ito ay papakita sa iyo, will you be able to identify the same?
Yes, sir.
Now, ipinapakita ko sa inyo now yung affidavit dated February 10, 2025.
Your Honor, may we also be allowed to peruse?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Kindly exhibit and show to counsel for the respondent the document you are showing to the witness.
That is previously marked as Exhibit P-14-19 and series. And if the court may inquire as to the remainder of the testimony of this witness, we are about to wind up the testimony of this witness, Your Honor, please.
Your Honor,
Thank you,
for the
counsel.
record, this is a photocopy. This is Exhibit P-4-19.
Noted.
Okay. Mr. Witness, have you perused that document? Have you perused the document? Nabasa mo na ba yung dokumentong iyan?
Yes, sir.
Now, what relation, if any, does that document have with the affidavit you mentioned?
This is the affidavit attesting my interview with Dempsey Reyes, sir. Copy of the affidavit, sir.
Now, on page 2 of the affidavit, may makikita ang pirma sa ibabaw ng pangalang Agent John Mark Calidong. Kaninong pirma ba iyan?
It is my signature, sir.
Now, on page 2, may pirma din sa ibabaw ng pangalang Attorney Van Homer ang Luben. Kaninong pirma ba iyan?
Signature po ni Attorney ang Luben, sir.
Ba't mo nalaman na iyan ay isang pirma ni Attorney ang Luben?
I saw him sign the document and I have viewed and acted upon documents bearing his signature. Kaya pamilyar po ako.
Thank you so much. Now, I'm now showing you the other affidavit of even date, February 10, 2025, that is previously marked as Exhibit P-Roman numeral 4-21 and series.
Your
Can
Honor.
you peruse the same?
Your Honor, may be allowed. Thank you, Your Honor.
Kindly show counsel for respondent a copy of the document that the witness will testify to.
Thank you so much.
For the record, Your Honor, the Exhibit P-4-21 and Exhibit P-4-21A are photocopies.
Duly noted. Kindly return the document to the witness for his perusal.
We are returning the document to the witness, Your Honor.
Stephen, ano yun? P14, P422 series. What document is that?
Counsel, please proceed.
Thank you so much, Your Honor, please. On what relation, if any, have you answered the question? Does this document have with the one you mentioned?
This is the copy of the affidavit of interview with Bons Magsambol. Your Honor. Yes, sir. This is the copy, sir.
Now, on page 2 of the affidavit, may pirma sa ibabaw ng pangalang Agent John Mark Calidong. Kaninong pirma ba yan?
This is my signature, sir.
Sa pahina, page 2, may makikita din isang pirma sa ibabaw ng pangalang Attorney Van Homer ang Luben. Kaninong pirma ba yan?
This is the signature of Attorney Van ang Ruben, sir.
Ba't mo nalaman na iyan ay isang pirma ni Attorney ang Luben?
Nakita ko po niya, pinirmahan po yung document and may mga documents pa po ako nakita na pirmado niya.
Now, Mr. Witness, thank you so much. Now, we are showing you yung dokumento entitled Signed Minutes. That is previously marked as Exhibit P-Roman numeral 4-22 and series. May you peruse the same. Defense may also peruse that document.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Kindly show a copy to the counsel for respondent.
Your Honor, exhibits P-4-22 to exhibits P-4-22G are photocopies, and exhibit P-4-22F Foxtrot and P-4-22G Golf are unreadable. For the record, we are returning the document to the witness.
For the record as well, Chair confirms the observation of Counsel for Respondent in regard to P-4-22F and P-4-22G. And the presiding officer would like to once again ask the witness, can he decipher what is in the two exhibits mentioned by Counsel for Respondent? Again, P-4-22F, P-4-22G.
Your Honor, I can confirm the signed minutes, but the attachment, there are unreadable, Your Honor.
The two exhibits.
Annex A and Annex B with exhibit 4-22F and P-4-22G.
Duly noted.
Thank you so much. May proceed, Your Honor, please. On page 6 ng side minutes, may makikitang pirma sa ibabaw ng pangalang Bones Magzambol. Kaninong pirma ba yan?
This is the signature of Bonds Magsambol, sir.
And then, how do you know that pirma yan ni Bones Magzambol?
Nakita ko po ito nung sinign po niya yung document after ng interview.
Now, you go to page 6 ng side minutes na yan. May makikitang pirma sa ibabaw ng pangalang Attorney Michael Christopher De Castro. Kaninong pirma ba yan kung alam mo?
Pirma po ito ni Attorney De Castro. Counsel po ni Bonds Magsambol during the time ng interview na present during that time.
Nung tanong is, paano mo nalaman na yan ay pirma ni Attorney De Castro?
Nakita ko pong pinirma niya to after the interview, sir.
Now, let's go to page 6 of that minutes. May makikitang pirma sa ibabaw ng pangalang Agent John Mark Calilong. Kaninong pirma ba yan?
Pirma ko po, sir.
Okay. Now, Mr. Witness. Mr. Witness, you mentioned that the NBI conducted an investigation on the threats uttered by the Vice President against the President, the First Lady, at saka former Speaker of the House of Representatives. Now, ano ba yung nangyari? Ano ba yung nangyari kung meron man pagkatapos ng naging investigasyon ng NBI?
Objection, Your Honor. Misleading. He assumes as fact not testified to by the witness.
Kindly rephrase, Counsel.
Okay, now, what happened next, if any, and if you know, and in relation to the investigation conducted by the NBI, after the NBI's investigation?
Objection, Your Honor. Same objection.
Your Honor, please, if I may.
Witness may answer.
After the investigation, we executed an affidavit of investigation and recommended the filing of inciting to sedition and 3 counts of grave threat, both in relation to Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012, sir.
Now, sinabi mo na yung NBI, you signed, executed yung affidavit of investigation, correct?
Our team, sir.
Now, ano ba yung nangyari kung meron man at saka kung alam mo, okay, pagkatapos ma-execute ang affidavit of investigation na yan in relation to the investigation you did on the Vice President?
We filed it to the DOJ, the affidavit of investigation, together with its annexes, sir.
Okay, you said you filed the affidavit. Now, question, ano yung mga nangyari kung meron man, kung alam mo, after ma-file yung affidavit of investigation with the DOJ in relation to the investigation you conducted on the Vice President?
We further conduct an investigation wherein we identified different videos, at least 3, we find relevant to the November 23, sir.
Okay, so you are now mentioning videos. Sinabi mo relevant. Relevant again to what?
To the November 23, 2024 video, sir.
All right. Now, so for the record, this is now the third set of videos you're referring to.
Yes, sir.
Now, ano yung mga videos na ito kung alam mo, Mr. Witness?
The June 19 video wherein the Vice President resigned as the Secretary of the Department of Education. The July 11 video wherein the Vice President state that she would not attend the SONA, but instead declare herself as the designated survivor. And lastly, the November 26 video wherein the Vice President did not deny making statement, but instead confirmed that she already talked to someone to kill the President, the First Lady, and former Speaker of the House if she was killed.
So for the record, you mentioned of three videos. One is dated June 19, 2024, June 11, 2024, tsaka November 26 ba yun? 2024. Now, let's go to this video na sinabi mo ng Vice President resigning as the Secretary ng Department of Education on June 19. Ay yung pruweba mo that you have, sinabi mo rin na authenticate mo yung video, correct?
Yes po.
Ano yung pruweba mo that you authenticated this video?
I have executed an affidavit of authentication of digital evidence dated April 30, 2026, sir.
Kung yung kopya ng affidavit of authentication now dated, sinabi mo, April 30, 2026, may papakita sa'yo. Okay? Ma-identify mo ba yan?
Yes, sir.
Now, we are in the process of showing you yung isang affidavit of authentication of digital evidence dated April 30, 2026 that is previously marked as Exhibit P-Roman numeral 4-25 and series. Defense is in the process or manifestation of perusing that document.
Your Honor, exhibits
Counsel for the respondent.
Thank you, Your Honor. Exhibit P-4-25 to Exhibit P-4-25F Foxtrot are photocopies, Your Honor. And Exhibit P-14-25B and P-14-25F Foxtrot. Let's take it to P-4-25B, Your Honor. P-12-25B is unreadable and it merely shows a black screen. Meanwhile, P-4-25F, it seems to be a photocopy of a USB with no real USB attached. For the record, we are returning the
Duly noted, and the
document.
presiding officer likewise confirms the observation of counsel for the respondent. Kindly return the document to the witness.
Mr. Witness, the question is, what relation, if any, does that document have with the affidavit you mentioned?
copy of the affidavit of authentication of digital evidence dated April 30, 2026, which I executed. And on the annexes, on Annex B, there is a missing part. It may be due to... I can't read some words on Annex B.
Mr. Witness, when you say Annex B, you're referring to Exhibit P-4-25C.
Yes, Your Honor.
For the record, please proceed.
And also on Annex D, Exhibit P-4-25E, there is some missing. But the only missing is the hash file, maybe due to printing.
For
So
the
it's
record,
not recognizable.
for the record,
Mr.
Your Honor,
Witness.
the hash file is missing. The witness said dash file is missing.
The command.
The hash file is missing as stated by the witness. Yes. Please proceed, Mr. Witness. How about P-425F?
Yes, I confirm, Your Honor, that's a photocopy
What
of
do
the
you
flash
confirm?
drive.
The picture ng USB to?
Yes, Your Honor, a picture of the flash drive.
Your Honor.
Please proceed, counsel, for the prosecution.
But this is the affidavit of authentication of digital
affidavit.
evidence.
Again, could you repeat your answer?
This is the affidavit of authentication of digital evidence that I executed, but there are, on the annexes that I mentioned, there are some that unreadable.
Thank you. May I make a manifestation, Your Honor, please? As to this affidavit, it pertains to a
Counsel may
video.
proceed.
As to the video of the Vice President resigning, Your Honor, please. And we're supposed to present the flash drive that the defense pointed that they only have the photocopy. Be that as it may, Your Honor, please, we are waiving the presentation of the video of the Vice President resigning because, Your Honor, in the pre-trial order, specifically on page 3 thereof, the defense already admitted that the Vice President resigned on June 19, 2024.
The presiding
Your Honor, please.
officer was exactly about to state that there is no need for the counsel, for the prosecution to present evidence on an admitted fact.
Thank you so much, Your Honor, please. May I proceed, Your Honor, please?
Counsel may proceed.
Now, Mr. Witness, you also mentioned that you authenticated a video where the Vice President said that she would not attend the SONA and instead publicly declared herself as the, quote, designated survivor, unquote. What proof, if any, do you have that you authenticated the video?
It's part of the affidavit of authentication of digital evidence dated April 30, 2026, which I previously identified, sir.
What happened next, if any, after you authenticated the video of the Vice President announcing that she is keeping the SONA and declaring herself as a designated survivor?
I saved the video on my laptop and saved a copy on a flash drive, sir.
You saved a copy in a flash drive. Now, if this flash drive of the containing the video where the Vice President said she declared herself as the designated survivor after skipping the SONA is shown to you, will you be able to identify the same?
Yes, sir.
Now, we are now in the process of confronting you with a flash drive that is previously marked as Exhibit P-Roman numeral 4-24 small letter A for the prosecution, containing the recording of the Vice President where she said that she would not attend the SONA and instead declared herself as the, quote, designated survivor, unquote, previously marked as Exhibit P-Roman numeral 4-24 for the prosecution.
Permission to unseal the flash drive, sir.
You may do so, Mr. Witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. This is the flash drive where I saved the recording, sir.
Now, you also mentioned that you authenticated a video that on November 26, 2024, the Vice President did not deny and instead confirmed her utterances of contracting an assassin to kill the President and the two others. What proof, if any, do you have that you authenticated the video?
I have executed an affidavit of authentication of digital evidence dated April 27, 2026, sir.
And then, aside from that affidavit, do you have other proof, if any?
For
Objection, Your Honor. Leading.
If any, Your Honor, if any.
It's still answerable by yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Ask an answer, Your Honor, please.
Your
Now,
Honor, please, can the witness be directed to wait until the court
Tuloy-tuloy pa rin po ang ating special coverage ng DZRH. Ito po ang impeachment trial ni Vice President Sara Duterte. Ako po si Miss Karen Oyong. At nasa Zoom pa rin po ang ating panauhing eksperto, si Attorney Alan Panolong, ang National President ng Integrated Bar of the Philippines. And medyo mahaba-haba po yung ating napanood kanina at nasaksihan. Attorney Alan Panolong, can we just talk about yung pinag-uusapan na mga dokumento? These are yung mga affidavits of authentication ng mga evidences na presented, and it is inside flash drives. Can you explain to us bakit kailangan ito? Why is it important? Ba't kailangang ma-peruse din ng depensa itong mga dokumentong ito? Attorney Alan.
Okay. Una, yung affidavit of authentication is very significant, no, because it is a requirement by the rules of court, no. Kung magpapresent po tayo ng isang digital from a digital source, kailangan pong merong affidavit of authentication, meaning to say kung sino man yung source, no, kung paano, just like itong witness being presented now. It is very important that the defense has the opportunity also to peruse the documents and the or whatever it is that being presented by the prosecution in order to afford them an opportunity na pwede rin na nilang makaraise ng kanilang mga objections. For instance, kung napapansin natin yung simula ng presentation ni Agent Calilong, no, ng prosecution, laging ino-objectan yung mga dokumento dahil raw sa hindi siya original copy ng dokumento. It is a mere photocopy.
Yes.
So it is one way actually of giving an opportunity doon sa defense na pwede niyang questioning yung authenticity ng dokumentong yun. So binibigyan ng opportunity po dahil at the end of the day, magiging kakailanganin po nila yun pag magkaroon na po ng formal offer of evidence. Ibig sabihin, after the prosecution has rested its case, mag-o-offer ng evidence. Lahat po nung pinakita doon sa witness ng mga dokumento or mga object evidence, i-offer po nila for admissibility, no, as an evidence for the prosecution. Now, yung pong defense will be given an opportunity to raise their objection as to whether it is inadmissible on several grounds. So ganun po yun.
So Attorney Alan Panolong, sir, hindi pa dedesisyonan ng impeachment court kung admissible nga itong mga documents, itong mga video evidences, ano. There is the proper time for that, tama po ba?
Yes, tama po, ma'am. Ang gaya nga na nasabi ng presiding officer, it will only be decided when the prosecution has rested its case. Ibig sabihin, tapos na po siya sa pagpresenta ng lahat ng kanilang witnesses at magkakaroon na po ng formal offer of evidence. So doon po sa formal offer of evidence, ang ilalatag po nila, ang basihan nila kung bakit itong mga ebidensya na ito ay admissible at dapat gamitin laban sa Vice Presidente. Ngayon, ang defense naman po ay magbibigyan po ng pagkakataon na mag-raise sila ng kanilang objection over those pieces of evidence or pieces of or object evidence. Kasi yung pong if you note po, maraming evidence po being presented. Dito pa lang po sa unang nating witness, yung documentary evidence, yung affidavit of authentication, ang daming mga dokumentong na-mention, mismo yung printout nung communication niya with the Meta, and the object evidence itself, yung flash drive, yung among other things, and even yung video recording, yung portions extracted from that video recording.
Regarding the video recordings, Attorney Alan Panolong, sir, may mga sinasabi yung prosecution that there is proof of grave threat laban po kay Pangulong Bongbong Marcos, kay First Lady Liza Araneta Marcos, and of course sa dating House Speaker na si Congressman Romualdez. And then there's another video na sinasabi na hindi siya umattend ng SONA at dineclare, sabi po ni tama ba ni Attorney Ligutan kanina, na the Vice President declared herself as the designated survivor. And paano po ma-authenticate naman ito na hindi po ito AI, hindi po ito in-splice, hindi po ito pineke? Attorney Alan Panolong, sir.
Yun na nga po ang naging buod ng testimony ni Calilong, kung paano niya po nag-conduct ng investigation to really to extract the recording, and he authenticated it, kasi nga he was given a mandate to investigate the case, and then pinresenta siya ng prosecution to prove na yung video recording na yon ay nangyari. At dumaan siya doon sa proseso. Like for instance, unang-una kasi naipakita ito through the Facebook So, unang-una meron siyang communication with the Meta, with the Facebook. Then he was given that yung parang number, code,
parang control number, case number, sorry.
So ganun. And then there was this screen recording. So yun po yung pan. Then he executed an affidavit of authentication. Ibig sabihin, ito po ay kanyang siya po ang nag-authenticate noon, with of course coordination with the Meta. And then he even asked for the Meta for the preservation of that video, kasi nga iniisip nga na baka magagamit ito sa isang paglilitis, which is in this case the impeachment. So ganun po yung that's how important the testimony of this witness. Kasi po, alam po natin sa age ng AI ngayon, anything can be spliced, anything can be adulterated, anything, practically po. So, pwede rin talagang mangyari na baka naman itong video na to is baka hindi naman ito totoo. Baka gawa-gawa lang ito through digital means, So the prosecution was able to present, kasi vital witness itong si Calilong. And then after the testimony of Agent Calilong, the defense now will have the opportunity to do the cross-examination. Susubukan nila ngayon yung credibility ni Agent Calilong kung paano niya ginawa yung pag-authenticate, yung nung video na yon, among other things po. So labanan ito ng in the cross-examination, mas exciting actually ang cross-examination.
Okay. So among others, nabanggit nyo parang may konting na po tayo, may konting teaser na po tayo when the Senate judges would ask about the training ni Agent Calilong.
Yes.
Yeah, 'di ba? Yung kanyang background, saan ba niya natutunan kung paano mag-authenticate ng mga videos. All right, Attorney Alan Panolong, this is very exciting. Babalikan natin ang ilan pa sa mga nagaganap ngayon diyan sa Senado. Ongoing pa rin ang impeachment trial ni Vice President Sara Duterte. So please stand by, Attorney Alan Panolong, sir, at magpapasok lang tayo ng isang napakahalagang report. Ito muna po, petisyong layong pigilan ang impeachment complaint laban kay VP Sara inihain ng grupo ng mga abogado naman sa Supreme Court sa pangunguna ni Attorney Israelito Torion. RH19 na Nolasco, ibalita mo yan, Tina.
Ms. Kay, muli ngang hiniling sa Korte Suprema ng isang grupo ng mga kilalang abogado at taga-suporta ni Vice President Sara Duterte ang paglalabas ng Temporary Restraining Order o TRO laban sa impeachment trial sa pangalawang Pangulo. Sa 16 na pahinang very urgent manifestation with motion, hiniling ng grupo ng mga abogado na pinamumunuan ni Atty. Israelito Torion at ipinabatid nito sa kataas-taasang hukuman ang mga bagong pangyayari sa paglilitis, partikular na ang usapin sa pagboto at otoridad ng tumatayong presiding officer. Ayon sa mga petitioner, nagkaroon ng matinding pagtatalo sa pagbubukas pa lamang ng paglilitis noong Lunes kung sino ang dapat mamuno matapos mahalal si Senador Chis Escudero bilang presiding officer ng impeachment trial. Question din ng abogado ang ginawang pag-amyenda sa Rule 2 ng Rules of Procedure on Impeachment Trial. Ayon sa mga ito, naging prejudicial and antecedent constitutional issue din ang visa ng sesyon ng Senado noong June 3 kung saan nabakante ang lahat ng upuan at nailagay si Senator Sherwin Gatchalian bilang Senate President pro tempore. Babala ng mga ito, posibleng mabaliwala o maideklarang void ang buong impeachment process kung hahayaang magpatuloy ang paglilitis sa ilalim ng pamumunong questionable ang otoridad at magiging sayang lang ang pondo ng bayan. Para sa DP Sara Impeachment Trial Special Coverage, ito si RH19 na Nolasco ng DZRH, una sa Pilipinas, una sa Pilipino.
Maraming salamat RH9 Tina Nolasco. Ang ating oras, 12 minuto makalipas ang alas 6 ng gabi. Babalikan po natin ang live airing po ng impeachment trial ni Vice President Sara Duterte. This is the DZRH special coverage. Huwag po kayo nga alis dyan.
This VP Sara Duterte Impeachment Trial at DZRH Special Coverage.
Nagbabalik po ang special coverage ng DZRH. Ang special coverage po natin sa impeachment trial of Vice President Sara Duterte. Alright, at syempre kasama pa rin po natin ang ating resource person na nagbibigay po sa atin na ito naman yung legal side naman po ng mga pangyayari para mas maintindihan po natin. Si Atty. Alan Panolong, ayun po ang National President ng Integrated Bar of the Philippines. Atty. Alan Panolong, nabanggit ninyo that the defense will have their moment, ika nga, diba? So, right now, nandun pa rin po kasi tayo sa mga videos, authentication, ito pong kay Ginoong or kay Agent Calilong. So, what are we expecting as we move along dito po sa witness po na ito? And then, after that, ano po sa inyo pong experience yung magiging proseso naman after?
Kaka-note ko lang, no? Nag-recess muna sila because apparently the cross-examination will be done tomorrow. So, it's very, as I told you a while ago, no? At para sa mga taga-pakinig din natin or nanonood sa buong bansa, in trial, the most exciting part is actually the cross-examination. So admittedly, the most difficult in the presentation of evidence is actually the direct examination. Kasi in the direct examination, maraming posibleng objections na gawin ng isang parte o kabilang parte. For instance, as is today, the defense, no? Marami po siyang pwedeng angulo na i-object depending on the manner or the line of questioning by the private prosecutor. Now, for the cross-examination, it will test the credibility of the witness himself. So, susubukan kung talaga bang eksperto ba siya, no? Or talaga bang ginawa niya yung authentication, o he himself personally did yung sinabi niya na nung i-present ng prosecution. So, susubukan ngayon yung mastery niya over the facts. Kasi if you notice, ang haba nung direct examination sa kanya eh. So, naawa nga ako sa kanya eh. So, it is very, on the part of a witness being questioned or propounded by a lot of questions, talagang it would test your memory recollection nung ano yung mga nangyari. Ngayon, doon sa cross-examination, so, ang defense counsels would have the opportunity to, again, test kung tama ba yung binanggit niya during the direct examination. So mas malawak yung pamamaraan na makakapagtanong ang defense counsel than compared to the prosecution during the direct examination. Kasi wala nang leading dito is tatanungin nga siya totoo ba na itong nung isang araw ganito ganyan sinasabi mo, naamin mo ba yan? So the defense counsel can very well articulate kung ano man yung gusto nilang itanong para lang to prove a point na merong loophole silang nakita halimbawa doon sa testimony niya, and doon nila madidiin yung ating yung witness na nakasala.
Okay. So hihimayin pa natin ang mga naganap ngayong hapon, Attorney Adriano-Parrosa, sir. Pero bago yan, ay eto nga, 6:23, nag-adjourn na. Nag-break muna ang impeachment court at magbabalik bukas yan. So we will have a few more minutes para pag-usapan ito, Attorney. Pero bago yan, papasukin muna natin ang isang report. Ano na ba ang latest dyan sa Senado? RH28, Raymond Adpaas. Kumusta na kayo dyan, Raymond?
Nag-adjourn na nga itong day 2 ng impeachment trial na kay Vice President Sara Duterte. Ito ay matapos ng halos 4 na oras na presentation ditong witness ng prosecution na si NBI Senior Agent Mark John Calilong. At doon sa announcement ni Presiding Officer Senator Kis Escudero ay bukas na gagawin yung cross-examination ng mga abogado ng depensa. Ito yung mga abogado naman ni Vice President Sara Duterte ang magtatanong dito sa ipresentang ahente ng NBI na si Mark John Calilong. Kaya pinayuhan ang lahat na ito'y bumalik na lang ito bukas para sa pagpapatuloy nitong impeachment hearing na ito. Dapat ay dalawa sila ni Director Lontok na ipipresenta ngayong araw, pero naubos yung oras dito pa lamang kay Senior Agent John Mark Calilong na ipresenta ni Attorney Amando Virgil Ligutan na siyang counsel for the prosecution na ilang oras na tumayo para ito ay maiharap, ito ay may kaugnayan sa Article 4 ng impeachment complaint na nagpapatunay sa pagbabanta ni Vice President Sara Duterte sa Pangulo, kay First Lady at kay dating House Speaker Martin Romualdez. May mga magkakahiwalay na mga news conference na isasagawa ngayon, ang panig ng depensa, ang prosecution at pati na ang spokesperson ng impeachment court na si Attorney Tonggol. Mula dito sa Senado, balik muna sa inyo, Ms. Kay.
Maraming salamat, RH28 Raymond Adpaas, ulat live mula sa Senado. Tuloy-tuloy pa rin po ang ating special coverage. We will try to air yung mga press conferences ng prosecution at ng defense, at kung meron din naman pong mukhang hindi naman magsasalita yung mga senator judges tungkol dyan as long as ongoing pa yung impeachment trial. Pero tatanungin ko yan kay Attorney Alan Panolong. Marami akong gustong matanong sa kanya. Maya-maya po, Attorney, dyan ka lang. Mag-commercial break lang tayo. Ang ating oras 6:29.